What are you thinking about right now? Do you ever just pay attention to your thoughts? Do you ever pay attention to how your thoughts feel in your body? I want to talk to you about the thinking feeling loop that's so prevalent with people who are experiencing symptoms and mysterious chronic pain. I mean, these symptoms, this chronic pain has so many names, like I've said before. But for now, we'll just keep it at chronic pain and symptoms. I've got something for you to try. I want you to picture in your mind a big, juicy lemon. Now I want you to cut that lemon in half and then cut it in quarters. In your mind's eye, grab that lemon, pick it up to your mouth, take a big old bite out of that thing. You feel that? You feel that in your mouth, that reaction, that visceral reaction of bitterness? Now nothing happened. There was no lemon, it was a thought. But that thought created a reaction in the body. It created an experience. Now, did you know that anger has a very specific feeling in the body? You probably, hopefully, have felt anger in your body and not just as a thought. What about sadness? What about jealousy? What about even rage? The thing is, every thought has a reaction in the body. The body feels the thought. So on a perfectly Zen master mind, the thought field is blank unless you choose to think. So when someone who's mastered their own mind, their thought field is like a calm pond, not even a ripple. It's just reflective. You can think of the pond as a resonation field. The body is the same thing. The body reacts to these thoughts. It vibrates. So if you have a thought in this pond, let's say the thought is a little bit of anger. And you throw that little anger rock into the pond, oof, it's a little vibration. So you probably know what a little bit of anger feels like in your body. Maybe there's some energy moving in the chest area. Maybe your face gets red. Now, what happens when we are having all these thoughts on a constant basis? We're having all these experiences every day, but we're not present in our bodies to feel how those thoughts or how those experiences actually resonate in our body. Well, over time, that experience builds up in the body, and if we're not paying attention and we're not in our bodies to feel those things, it starts to compound more and more and more and more and more. All of a sudden, those experiences, those thoughts, feel like pain because there's so much. Then we go to a doctor because we're not feeling well. We've got back pain, or we've got frozen shoulder, or we've got this repetitive stress injury, or this skin condition that is just so damn confusing where it came from. I don't know. It was all of a sudden, it just popped up. I was doing the dishes, boom, got hit. I don't know where it came from. Well, if we pay attention to our thoughts and we pay attention to how those thoughts feel in our body, we can decipher where it came from. Now, this is going on a day-to-day basis, but what happens when a really intense event like a trauma takes place? Either something like a breakup or maybe abuse of some kind. a natural disaster, the loss of a job, the loss of a loved one, something in our life that amplifies our emotions and our thoughts to the next level. Boom. The body all of a sudden might have too much, especially if we're not conscious of how those thoughts feel in our body, how those emotions feel in our body. It's sort of like when you're there and you are present in your body to feel those subtleties, you can usher them out. By feeling them, you sort of are there for them. They run their course and they go away. They don't stay in the body. They don't create residue and sludge and compound into pain. So an exercise that you can do is just to watch your thoughts and then watch how those thoughts feel inside your body. All of a sudden you might begin to realize that that pain or that symptom is directly tied to thoughts that you're thinking and emotions that you're not feeling, emotions that you're unconscious of. You may even be unconscious of the thought. How many times a day do you pay attention to your thoughts? Do you pay attention to your thoughts when you're scrolling through social media, watching TV, in an interaction with somebody? Do you pay attention to your thoughts when you're daydreaming? Are your thoughts serving you? If your thoughts are in alignment with your greater good, the body's going to dig it. It's going to feel nice. You're going to feel in harmony. If the thoughts are defeating or of a worrying nature, or maybe even angry, but you don't know it, because sometimes we're not supposed to think angry thoughts or feel anger. But if you start to become aware that that is maybe the truth of what's happening, you are taking the first step of awareness. That cycle, that thought-feeling loop has less power over you. That record spinning, playing the same old pain song, playing the same old symptom song, all of a sudden you're there and you have the power to take the needle off that record because you've seen the process. So pay attention. Pay attention to your thoughts. Be there to feel your emotions. Even if a little bit at a time. You might say, oh, Justin, I don't really know what that feels like. I don't feel anything in my body. Even just a little bit. Pay attention to how your chest feels, how your stomach feels. If you get into a traffic jam, pay attention to how your body feels, how your emotion feels, not just your thoughts. Not just, oh, that mother, he cut me off, I can't get to work, ooh, panic thoughts, boom, boom, boom. Feel how that feels in the body. The increased heart rate, the increased blood flow. And if you want to cut that off, you don't go back to the thought. You just stay present with the emotion. Then it doesn't create more thoughts that create more emotions, that create more thoughts, that create more emotions, and all of a sudden the record is full spin swinging again and you're doing the pain dance. That's what I have to share today. Good luck with that. I hope it helped you. Peace.